What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Newcastle 2, Tottenham 2. In another game where we've just thrown it away yet again in the final embers of the game. When the two teams came out, you got to say that Spurs did look the better side for the first 10 minutes. Then Newcastle kind of did stamp their authority in the game. We lack the kind of aggression, I believe, in the middle of the park to actually spur the team on forward. Newcastle did get the goal and probably well deserved at the time, but the way Spurs hit back with 2 goals, literally within 3 minutes, we were 2-1 up, and we thought, all right, Tottenham going to get a strong foothold on this game. We're going to kick on from here. And we just didn't do that. We looked good for the next 5-10 minutes in the first half, but second half was just an absolute joke. It was. I mean, there was no... We had a couple of chances in there, but ultimately, I think Newcastle pretty much deserved the points on balance of the game. And you got to say, Davinson Sanchez, absolutely shocking display. Reguilon, I thought, was poor, and I think, not many people have said it, but I think Reguilon has been off the pace for the last couple of months. I really believe that. I think there are off moments from Japhet Tanganga in there as well. I thought Joe Rodon had a good game. But look, the defence was just not good enough today. It was an absolute shambles every time Newcastle went forward today. Every time Newcastle went forward, they pretty much looked like they were going to score. Every time Spurs went forward, we were just huffing and puffing without blowing their house down. I mean, what can I say? I mean, it's just absolutely shocking how we keep throwing away these points. And especially, every time we have the opportunity to go into the top 4, to make a difference to our season, we just fail to capitalise on it. And again, same story over and over again. Taking the lead after going down and then throwing it away. Last 5-10 minutes, that bloody Arsenal reject Joe Willock coming on and securing the draw for Newcastle. But look, it's just not good enough for Tottenham. Not good enough for where we want to be. We've got to look at Jose Mourinho because, look, you can't keep throwing away games like this, and you've got to look at the manager. I'm sorry, but against the team which are the worst performing side in the Premier League over the past couple of months, you've got to make easy work of it. You've got to put that game beyond doubt early on in the game. And like I said, if you keep going, drawing or just taking a 1-goal lead to the dying embers of the game, you know what's going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. Disgraceful, really. It's nothing short of disgraceful. And that's all I've got to say on it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm fuming. Fuming again that yet again we had another opportunity to go into the top 4. It's like we just don't want it. Whenever we have had a real opportunity to capitalise on our position or have an opportunity to break in the top 4, we always screw it up every single time, and it's so frustrating. That's 13 points we've given away in the last 15 minutes of the games this season. 13 points. That is a shambles, man. That is an absolute shambles. Today, it was just so obvious. I even read out a message 10 minutes before we conceded, saying, I'm already fuming at the 2-2 draw we're going to get today. I read that out before because everyone knew what was coming, and as soon as
not for the first time as well.
Kane hits the post, and 20 seconds later they go up the other end and score. But they completely deserved it. They had 17 shots inside the box. 17. That's ridiculous for any team. Even for if Man City had 17 shots inside the box, that would be high. Yeah. Let alone Newcastle. How are we allowing Newcastle
without St. Maximin and without Callum Wilson?
That's
starting.
A joke, man. They didn't even have their best players. We made Joel Linton like prime Didier Drogba today. It was ridiculous. Joel Linton's one of the worst strikers in the Premier League.
Any other striker they had up there instead of Joe Linton, we lose this game.
It's ridiculous.
Because he missed absolute 2 sitters.
He still scored and got an assist. Sanchez was shambolic. I thought Tanganga really annoyed me today. I thought he was really bad. I thought Reguilon was really, really bad as well. I thought Lloris and Rodon were literally the only players preventing goals from Newcastle. Otherwise, it could have been a cricket score in that sense. I thought Lo Celso and Ndombele and Højbjerg in possession maybe didn't work that well for some reason.
I thought Højbjerg was really good today.
I think Højbjerg was good, but I think they needed maybe they need time together because I thought they just weren't clicking. Kane was just like a one-man mission up front. I thought Vinicius was awful in that first half, and then Son didn't do much better in the second either. I thought he was really anonymous. Lamela gave us some energy, but again, he could have played Son in way earlier.
Just that same thing, holding on to the ball way too long.
And we could have scored, but yeah, I mean, that Kane chance, we're gonna look to rue that one when he hit the post. If that puts to bed, obviously it's a different story. But we can't sit back and look at those chances when Newcastle had a lot more chances in that second half. They had so many. Lloris made a wonder save as well in the first half. Joel Linton had an absolute gilt edge chance inside the 6-yard box, which he put wide. We got away with a few before we scored, and it's just really, again, we're just leaving it, ruining another missed opportunity. And I mean, you can't ask for more gifts than a Newcastle side without Wilson and Saint-Maximin. You can't ask for anything more than that. And the fact we couldn't get over the line, it just shows where we're at the moment. And to be honest, even though we're still 2 points off top four and we're still there, like, we can't beat Newcastle without Wilson and Saint-Maximin.
It's done. I mean, I know we're sitting in fifth now, 2 points outside the top four. But we could be sitting fourth, level on points with Chelsea, better goal difference. I know it's not the end of the world being fifth, 2 points out of the top four. It's just what it means, what represents. But with 8 games to go, that's easily surmountable. But with Manchester United coming up next, Everton coming up after that. I mean, I have
to win today.
I have no confidence in this team now to go on and get that top four. No, none at all. I mean, for me, top four died today.
Honestly, it's been.
You cannot try and get top four if you can't beat fucking Newcastle throughout the season. This is the worst Newcastle side I've seen for years.
And again, 2 last-minute draws we've had against Newcastle. And it's not good enough, man. They're so poor. They're a poor outfit, I'm sorry. And we got what we deserved today. We absolutely got what we deserved. And they were the better side, to be honest. They were. They came out fighting. And, when we went 2-1 up, we were a bit lucky with that. And we kind of didn't really deserve to be 2-1 up when we got it, even though it was a good reaction to going behind.
Yeah.
But the way we approached our second half, nowhere near good enough, man. Nowhere near good enough. And look, Mourinho's got players out there that he trusts, apparently. He didn't have Toby and Aurier and Winks and Sissoko and all these people who we've criticised. He had people out there who we trust, and he still couldn't get the performance in the second half that we wanted. And I'm sorry, questions, you just have to ask questions, because we did sit back in that second half. We did sit deep. We did offer them way too much encouragement. And how many times do we have to see it before we have to think, what are they doing on the training pitch?
Unfortunately, I'm going to say it now. This is my opinion. If we don't finish top four this year, which looks like we're not going to, I think Jose does have to go this season, because there have been countless amount of opportunities where we could have gone into that top four. We're talking about players on the pitch today where you said Jose Mourinho trusts and what have you. We cannot be throwing away these points against shit opposition time and time again. The Zagreb game, this game, the Newcastle game earlier on the season. There's been so many more as well, which I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's been countless
15 minutes. We can't hold on to any for shit.
Countless times. I'm sorry, if we don't finish in top four this year, unfortunately, I think Jose will need to face the brunt of it. Because
we can't hold on to a lead,
he's underperforming as manager of Tottenham Hotspur. With the squad we've got now, he's underperforming.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how we couldn't win today. And it's just Groundhog Day every single time. We sit back, offer too much encouragement.
I'm sick and tired of it, man.
We every time we concede. And I think, maybe if we had a better defence, it would be a different story. But we have the defence we have, and you got to play with the tools you have. And you can't sit back when you have Sanchez in the kind of form he was in today. You just can't. And that's cost us, absolutely cost us again today. And we're giving Newcastle, a team like Newcastle, who are so poor, 17 shots inside the box. They had 4.3 XG today, Newcastle. 4.3!
Serious.
That's Newcastle, man. Relegation fodder Newcastle, who are sleepwalking towards relegation at 4.3 XG. That is a joke. I'm sorry, that is an absolute joke. That should not be in any way stretch of the imagination the case when going into this game, especially when we needed the 3 points to get top four. So important that we needed to win. And again, we got found out, and it just keeps happening. And it's just, I'm getting sick of it. I'm agreeing with you.
Look, I'm absolutely sick and tired of this. A lot needs to happen this summer in terms of if we're going to actually be a proper outfit again. I think the manager needs to be looked at now, and I think that obviously the defence majorly needs to be looked at. That we all know that. The defence obviously needs to be the number one priority. But look, we see where we go from here. It's not all lost because we're only 2 points out of the top four, but it's getting increasingly harder and harder. We got 2 really, really tough fixtures coming, so top four could really be out of sight by the next 2 games.
Could easily be.
So look, we go on to the fan show now, get to hear all your opinions. Thank you everyone for joining us. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.